I'm kicking it with Elma. Tune in, baby.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it?
This is Elma for Lesoko Radio. Kicking it with me, I've got main man speech from Atlanta hip-hoppers, Arrested Development, who are in their 22nd year, I believe. They've had worldwide success and acclaim, won many awards, including Grammys, sold over 5 million records. Speech has taken time out for solo projects, which include creating music for Spike Lee's Malcolm X film. And you've written a book called Success. So what can people expect to hear from Arrested Development in 2015?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, for our tour, a lot of classics. We're really giving people what they want on this tour. But musically, on our albums, probably around September of 2015, we'll release a couple releases. One is a solo record of mine that is with a group called Yoshida Brothers out of Japan, and they play the shamisen, which is a Japanese guitar, and so it's a collaboration record, a very specialized record. And then another specialized record with me and a producer named Ko. Ko does T.I., R. Kelly, Jay-Z, and so it's a very urban sound mixed with Arrested Development sound, which is a mashup of a lot of things. And then Arrested Development's album, which we're going to start working on as soon as we get back from tour, and that all of that should be about September of this year.
Okay, so you're a busy man.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it.
Go in the studio. It felt new, but yet in a good way. It felt old routines we did came back so lucid. We was boosted, we juiced it. It came up with some tracks that's stupid, and people responded to them.
I read a quote at the beginning of the video for one of your tracks, Living, that said, "Hip hop has been buried alive." Can you explain what you mean?
Basically, like, the big conglomerations and corporations have, because they've become big conglomerates, there's less people making decisions for more people. So what they decide to promote is what people will basically hear in popular hip-hop. And because of that, a lot of great hip-hop has been buried alive. It's there, but you'd have to search for it. You'd have to dig for it, or else you might not know it exists. And so that's what I meant by that term.
Okay, so mainstream, it's watered down stuff.
Well, it's funny because some of it's really, really great, but most of it is, it's not even that it's watered down, it's just it's one-sided. It talks about, strip clubs, it talks about, new cars and chains and diamonds,
bling,
or
bling.
Yeah, bling bling, and
yeah.
Or it talks about, guns and violence in the hood and stuff like that. So it's just this one side of hip hop. And there's so many other topics, so much diversification that's being missed out on.
Yeah, I mean, because it is there, like you said, but you just got to search for it, because there's lots of brilliant stuff all over the world now, hip-hop-wise.
I agree, yeah.
That said, Biggie and Tupac, they both was hitting this. Source of that lyricism was in again. No more consciousness, just blinging it. Got people about that blinging it. World massacres happen, no one rapping or singing it. Corporations and rappers now getting along. We are distracted with girls, women.
Do you think sites like YouTube have helped or hindered musicians?
I think they help musicians. Yeah, I do. I think the fact that people are able to, listen to what they want and watch whatever they want when they want, I think helps the entire music industry. Yeah.
You donate 20% of every song and merchandise to people in need, which is brilliant. And in 2012, you gave away your 10th album, which is called Standing at the Crossroads, for free. Why was that?
Well, it was a number of reasons. One is we wanted to give back to our fans. That was our 20th anniversary, and that was a gift. And then also we wanted to, we felt like it was important to sample again. And because of the, in my opinion, horrible laws that they stop people from sampling music of other artists, and they say that it's in the name of those artists, but really the artists that are being sampled, they don't make the money anyway. And so these lawyers and publishing companies are making these exorbitant amounts of money and fees, are charging these exorbitant fees for us to sample, and it takes away the art of sampling. And so we decided to give it away for free because we could sample whatever we wanted, and we could be involved in that style of creativity, which we really missed. And especially me as a producer, I missed that.
So it freed you up?
It freed me up to be able to do, what I really love to do, and it freed the band up too.
Iggy Pop said recently that part of the process when you buy something from an artist, it's kind of like an anointing. You're giving that person love. But he also said that musicians who've previously suffered at the hands of record labels and executives who've taken all the profits were now being penalized by the digitally empowered public. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't. I think that I think that the public really wants free music. And so what's interesting about that is that in the very beginnings of entertainment, we all had televisions and we had, radios, and we got our entertainment for absolutely free. The entertainment people like ABC or CBS or BBC, they charge advertisers, to pay for the content, but the users got it for free. I think that the streaming and digital world, whether we're used to it as musicians yet or not, it's going towards a free model, and people are going to want their entertainment for free. My daughter's here with us now. She's from another generation. She's used to consuming entertainment for free. So I think that we've just got to find ways to monetize from free entertainment. And so I know that sounds ironic, but it is a way to do it. And I've been working really hard on finding ways to do that, and I feel like I have some answers. And by September, I plan on launching some of the answers that I've come up with. But I don't agree that the average user should be penalized because they're consuming things that they want to consume. I don't believe that.
Bands are having to, or musicians are having to then just charge exorbitant fees for when they tour now. That's where they make their money rather than record sales.
Right, but see, what I always find interesting is that we blame it on the fans, but the fans are the ones that's engaged with our music. The labels, I feel like, deserve more of the blame, because to me, what they do is they sign us to promote and distribute our music. But in a digital realm, what does distribution mean anymore? It really has it's so much less to do with distribution than ever before. They don't take trucks and go to record store after record store and drop off vinyl copies. They're simply doing what we always would do, which is basically push an upload button and put in some information and upload some material on all of these various places across the world. And yet they take so much of our fees to where we're not able to make great money off of it, and they own the copyrighted material in the creative content for years past when they've made their money back. And to me, that's unfair. So they deserve to make their money back, and they even deserve to make a profit. But there should be a point when artists are able to get their music back, and it should be much earlier than 75 years later and all that stuff. Exploitative, and that's my opinion. As an artist, I've seen it in my own life where some of our biggest hits, I don't own them, so I can't sell them. I can sell them here, but I have to pay the record company.
It's crazy.
And it's 20. This is 22 years after those hits. To me, that's too long. And we sold really well. So, like, to me, everyone made good money. We did. They did. I feel like at this point we should be able to have those songs back. That's to me fair. Or we should give them a small percentage, but we take the lion's share again. That would be fair too. Like if we gave them 5% or 10%, forever. I don't care. But let us own our material again, and we could give some money. I'm talking about the record companies now.
Yeah.
I just think it's too exorbitant.
Brothers and sisters, let me share with you some news. As I sit on my plush couch watching the news, there has been a rude awakening that I have marched until my feet have bled.
Given it's over 22 years since Rodney King's brutal beating, and according to Tef Poe, you know him, he's a rapper and activist. He said that young black men are still being murdered every 28 hours by an unaccountable police force. And in the light of the recent murders of Mike Brown and Eric Garner, what does this say to you as an American citizen?
Well, it says a whole lot, and it's very deep, unfortunately. It says, number one, that my skin color, in and of itself, not my character, not my thoughts or my actions, but just something that I can't control, is by nature an offense right off the bat. And that's scary, because I have children, and I have a wife, and I have family, and I have loved ones and people that I care deeply for. And to know that something that they can't control will automatically make them offensive to someone is a very sad state to be in, especially after all of the years of intense struggle, many deaths, many pains. I would think that we as a human race would have the love, the compassion, the ability to reach way beyond where we've reached to when you see these brutal police killings on unarmed young black men and women too. It's really sad. It's very sad.
You're an artist who puts out uplifting and conscious material that I've heard. What is it that keeps you positive and hopeful about the future?
Well, I've always felt like there's two ways to live in life. You can live pessimistically or optimistically. There's really no other way. And I feel that even though there's many reasons to be pessimistic, I feel like there's no good reasons to stay pessimistic. It just doesn't help the cause at all. Whereas at least if you're optimistic, there's something to live for, to wake up for, and to fight for. And so I choose optimism. And sometimes I don't always believe it. Sometimes in my heart I struggle with being pessimistic, but I still choose optimism at the end of the day. I feel like it's a much better way to get things to happen than pessimism. I don't think pessimism really is worth it. It's not healthy.
You've also spoken out about the degradation of women in your music, and obviously you always have amazing women in the band.
Yeah, one of the very few hip-hop groups that do that.
Also, what do you think about these successful women like Rihanna and Miley, Shakira? That sort of pimp themselves and have very sexually explicit videos. What do you think?
I think it's either one of two things. I think they're either extremely deceived or they've sold out, one or the other. I feel like if they're deceived, then they're deceived about the notion that they are empowering themselves by giving themselves away to a man's viewpoint of objectifying them and a man's viewpoint of these things. I think that either they are deceived into thinking that that's power somehow or another for them. I think it actually hands their power away. And I think, or they've sold out, meaning they understand that it's totally playing. It sells records. Yes, it's a very good money making ploy. They have beautiful bodies, they have beautiful faces, and so on and so forth. So they've decided, you know what? I know what men like. I know this will work, and so here you go. And simple as that. To me, it's one or the other.
What music are you listening to at the moment? Who's doing it for you?
Well, a lot of people do it for me, and this always surprises people when they ask me. It's like, I love music. I love hip-hop. So I listen to stuff that I don't always agree with what they're saying, but I still listen to it. I still enjoy music, So I listen to Drake. I listen to Jay-Z. I listen to Kanan and Mos Def and Talib Kweli and Common, but I also listen to Rick Ross, and I listen to Public Enemy. I mean, I'm all over the place. Tribe Called Quest, a lot of old school, new school. I like a lot of music. I'm a big music lover, but I also listen to like Brazilian music and jazz, and so I'm not just in hip hop.
You love music.
I love music. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any standout artist at the moment that you just think, wow, that has blown you away?
Oh, definitely Lauren Vulla from here. Actually.
Oh yeah.
She blows me away. She blows me away. Her first album and the arrangements, the depth, the depth of arrangement was just to me mind blowing. I thought that should be the album of the year. I did. Last year or whatever year it was. I thought it was a fantastic record.
Yeah, she's amazing. If you could choose one track to leave to the next generation, one music track, what would it be and why?
That's a great question. I mean, I'd probably have to go off the cuff, one that means something to me right now, because I think every day I have a different choice. If I had to choose one now, this sounds selfish, but I would probably choose one of ours. I would probably choose Tennessee, and I just love that song, and I think that it's to me it's a timeless song, and it embodies a lot of what I love about hip-hop, but it also embodies what I like about pop music, and it also what I love about conscious music. So I think it has a lot of things in there.
It embodies all the stuff that you...
Yeah, I think so.
Lord, I ask you to be my guide in the force of truth. For some strange reason it had to be. He guided me to Tennessee. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all the...
What are you doing next? I mean, you said about your all the different projects you've got going. Is there another part to your tour? Is it finished? What's going on?
We have a lot of touring to do. We're really glad to be at Koko tonight because we've never played here, and it's it's an honor to be able to play here. A lot of great people have been here. Prince was here recently, and I love that.
I saw Public Enemy here last year. They were brilliant. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to playing here tonight. But we got some more shows in the UK, and then we go to Japan, and we come back here again for the Wireless Festival in July, and we're doing Dubai and Australia and so on and so forth.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Yeah. It's been a pleasure. That's brilliant.
Appreciate it.
I'm kicking it with Elma. Tune in, baby.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. 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 Can I kick it?